Hey Scorpio, how you guys doing? It's Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot. And I'm just popping in to do February's 2021 general reading. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming in. Welcome. And if you've been here before, I do appreciate the support. It does mean a lot. Right. Just to let you know, I don't know if anybody might have caught it, but last month I did a mid-month love reading. So I'm going to be doing that in the middle of the month if you'd like to check it out. And also, at some point, probably before the March monthlies, I'm going to change my channel name. And hopefully it doesn't make me lose subscribers, because from what I gather, it's supposed to flip over, but remains to be seen. I think it's going to be something with cards and coffee. Not exactly sure yet, but we'll go from there. Alright, guys. What do I have here for Scorpio 2021? Oh, also, if you do enjoy the reading, if you could please give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe. I really appreciate that. If you want to write me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Scorpio 2021. Alright, we got a Four of Wands, the Devil, and the Nine of Wands in the past energy. Scorpio 2021, present energy, Scorpio 2021, Nine of Swords, the Lovers, and the Five of Cups in the present energy. Future energy for Scorpio. Future energy for Scorpio. The Queen of Pentacles. Justice. And the High Priestess in the future energies. Alright, let's see what we have here. I feel like in the past you may have been you're receiving, or you're celebrating something, you're feeling really good, probably in a work regard, or it could be home. The Four of Wands could actually represent a home also. I feel like there's a celebration going on, but somewhere along the line you got to this point where you were feeling really overdone by a situation. And again, I don't know if it was work or at home, but you almost feel like as much as you keep trying to get it done, you're working hard at it and something's not working out. Or maybe you're always having to defend something or battle something. So, I mean, it could be at work with this, maybe you have big plans and you're trying to give them to your manager, your supervisor, and it's just not making it. And you don't want to give in, but you're you're exhausted. You're exhausted with the idea. But right in the middle, I have the Devil, and this is maybe there's some untruths going on, some false truth maybe about whatever this is. Or are you causing your own issues? So right here, you're stable and content, but then you get to the point where you're fighting too hard for something that you're not feeling like you want to anymore. We are going to clarify them. Then in the present energy, it comes right down here. Now there's this Nine of Swords, where this is anxiety and stress and just feeling overdone in general. I don't know if that stems from the Nine of Wands. But you do have a tight connection with somebody. Now possibly it might be a romantic relationship. It might be a really solid friend. Just somebody that you can trust them with everything. like, your hopes, your dreams, your feelings. But is the stress stemming from them? Because then we have the Five of Cups, and this is about, in the traditional deck, there's like a guy and he's got 3 cups that fell over, and he still has 2. But he's sad about it, because when you lose those 3 cups, it's like things have moved on out of your life. It could be people, it could be jobs, it could be just life. Things change and people move on, but you still have 2 cups. So maybe that's the signal for you to pay attention to what you still have, not worry about what you did have. We got the Queen of Pentacles. This could be your energy. You're feeling confident and strong. Maybe a very generous person at heart. And, you treat yourself well because you work hard for it. But you're also very generous to other people, whether it be time, energy. Not necessarily money, but could also be. And you give... You give to people, like you give, like the effort of giving them, like, strength and what you have to offer. Now we do see justice in here with the High Priestess. And something maybe getting righted. Maybe there was a wrong that went on. I don't know if it's in the courts or whatever, but there's definitely something needs to be made fair. Something needs to be made right. But with the High Priestess, it's all about going and using your intuition, looking deeper into what the situation is. That's interesting. If I look from the Devil at the top in the past, it comes down to the Lovers, and then to Justice. I'm wondering if was this a relationship that kind of, started out really good, and then things weren't working out as well as you would hope they would, and that's what caused a lot of the burdens and stress, like feeling like you didn't want to keep fighting for that situation, whatever that was. But then we have the Lovers here. Now again, this is an option of the way of life that you might choose, or it just might be a person that you're choosing. But then here's the Five of Cups, where you're sad for what you've lost. But then I feel like in the future, you're like, all right, well, this is me. I've accomplished what I needed to. And you're feeling good about it. And justice coming in, along with the High Priestess, because you've been looking deeper, you're thinking more inward. Like you're not trying to like go shallow about it. You want to use your intuition. You're like, there were some things that you probably weren't looking at before, but maybe you should look now. And that's what kind of makes justice come into it. Now, I don't know what kind of justice it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like, okay, you're, like I don't know what kind of justice it is, but I feel like you get justice for something. And maybe not like a big dramatic, payback, but just something where you could actually go, like that kind of justice, like, it's, like a little tiny ha. All right, let's see what I could do, clarifying some of these. All right, what can you tell me about the Four of Wands for Scorpio, February 2021? Four of Wands for Scorpio, February 2021. Four of Swords and the Hierophant. All right. So, in your little happy, stable environment, whatever situation was, you needed to take a break about something. You needed to take a rest and think a little harder. And then this Hierophant, he's here. He's all about tradition and guidance and counsel. So maybe it's possible you did go speak to somebody, or you had to find a way to, like, if you had something in your brain, you needed to express it, so you needed to get it out to somebody. So yeah, it could be some kind of counseling, or it could just be honestly just something that you could kind of like lean on, like put a shoulder on too. But yeah, you had to think about it, whatever was going on, and you decided, well, maybe you need some kind of guidance and help through that. We got this Devil. That makes me wonder, is this Devil because you could have, were you like hiding something from yourself, not wanting to be not responsible, but not wanting to face the truth? So it was like false truths. What's Scorpio? What's the Devil here for Scorpio? The Nine of Cups and the Judgment. Oh, this is clarity. So you were feeling very good about something, like you had this overwhelming feeling of, well, happiness, and your emotions were filled, like your wishes were coming true. But then there was a new clarity coming into it too, and you started to see something that you didn't see before, maybe you didn't want to see before. And maybe that's where the Nine of Wands comes in, with a lot of, like, I feel like you had a lot coming at you, and you were tired of fighting for it. Like you were like not feeling that was worth it anymore. The Eight of Swords and the Knight of Coins. So maybe in that situation you actually felt kind of stuck. Like maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was a job. It was something you didn't feel like you could get out of. Not that you couldn't if you didn't try hard enough, but maybe you didn't actually have the right ideas. So it's very possible this Knight of Coins was an idea that you came to, that maybe you needed to find additional money, or I'm going to go with money. You needed to find additional money to get yourself unstuck from this situation. Now, like I said, if it was a job, just finding another way to get out of that job and get into another job quickly. Or again, if it's a relationship, it was some kind of living arrangement. You felt stuck because you needed to find the money to get out. And I keep feeling like the living arrangement, because this Four of Wands, it does make me feel like a home, like some kind of stable living environment. What about this Nine of Swords? Nine of Swords, why is that here? What's the Nine of Swords here for? Well, you got the Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups. So I feel like even though you had a lot of stress about it, the anxiety, the stress, maybe you just didn't know what you wanted to do or how you were going to do it, your options were apparent to you. And your closest people, the people that, you trust, and they give advice and you take advice, they're telling you what options that you have, so maybe you're not feeling as anxious about the way things are. And what about this Lovers? Can you tell me about the Lovers? Tell me about the Lovers for Scorpio, February 2021. Tell me about the Lovers for Scorpio. Page of Coin and Temperance. Well, if this is a relationship, I feel like it would have taken patience and a balancing. But it also was a good start for something to grow. So if you were going to still be in this relationship, this job, whatever it was, you needed to balance something. You needed to take a lot of patience for it. Because something could start growing, but it would have taken a lot of effort on your part. What about this Five of Cups? What's the Five of Cups here for? Scorpio, February 2021. Strength card, February 2021. And the Nine of Staffs, which is like the Nine of Wands. Alright, and it sounds like the same situation's replaying itself. You have to be strong in your mind, in your heart. Make sure that you're not letting things get to you real hard, but you're still, to me, it still looks like you're still trying not to, you're still putting like a wall up and still defending and still fighting towards something, but you're almost tapped out. Like this is like, because it's already continued. And I feel like if this is the same relationship or if it's the same job, it's just continuing. So I guess it would be important to find out what, at this point, is this worth it? All right, what about the Queen of Pentacles here for Scorpio? The Four of Coins and the Six of Cups. I think in the future energy, you're going to feel like you don't want to keep giving up anything. You're tired of the battle. You're tired of the fight. It's just like it just keeps growing or continuing. So it's like maybe he's feeling really stale at this point. And then the Six of Cups, I think at this point you're going to go back to, thinking of old friends, being with old friends, getting together with people you haven't seen for a while, and trying to shed this and move on with what is for you. Let's see that Justice. And this is like a aha. I feel like it's an aha. I don't know in what situation it could be, but there's something like, it does. It feels like, haha. The Three of Coins. And the King of Staffs. Well, however the situation worked, you needed to get some teamwork and cooperation from somebody. Could be at work. But this King of Staffs is like, he's very action-oriented, he's charismatic, mature. And so that might just be, if you're taking on that energy, or maybe that's somebody around you that you're coordinating with, that's going to give you that aha moment. And what about the High Priestess? What can we find out for the High Priestess? High Priestess for Scorpio, February 2021. All right. We got Eight of Coins, the Chariot, and the Nine of Swords. I feel like you're moving on from the situation. You're feeling like you had an achievement. And you're well positioned to move on, and you're going to work hard at something. But yet you're still being like drained and stressed about something. So this might be the continuing, and it is, it's right, coming right down the line. So whatever it is that you were able to put in your favor, maybe it's still getting to you for some reason. Let's see if I can get any kind of advice from Spirit. So do you have any advice for Scorpio, February 2021? Two of Cups, Two of Staffs, and the Eight of Cups. Okay. The way that reads to me is like you need to push through with what you've been looking to see. Keep planning, keep doing what you're doing because it's working for you. Even if it's like moving yourself out of that position. And even if this, whatever this is, was something you built for a really long time, but you didn't feel like it's serving you anymore. It's just not worth it. Again, job, relationship, whatever the situation is, this was not doing good for you. But that you'll definitely have a chance to maybe rebuild a relationship with somebody else, or, you know, find another job that you're going to feel good about. It does feel like a relationship, though. Or it could be you just taking care of you. And this Two of Cups could actually just, because it feels like if you need to love yourself to get yourself out of anything that could be that detrimental. Okay, I'm just going to pull a card from the Soul's Journey. And this one is forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You would think I would put the glasses on since I'm wearing them as an accessory. But you don't want to resent, because it does. You can't feel good about anything if you're always holding resentment towards anybody or anything or any situation. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped out for you. If you liked it, can you give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe? Write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be seeing you back in a couple weeks with the love readings and right before March for the next monthly. Thank you so much. You take care.